Yo, mabuhay and what's good, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're taking a sponsored look at a game that is very different from all of the other games that I've covered on my channel so far. Today we're talking about Aavegotchi. And if you haven't heard about Aavegotchi yet, I am very happy to be the first one to introduce it to you guys. Aavegotchi is a game on the MATIC network that's been out for quite some time already. And as you know, the metaverse moves really quickly. So, games that have been live for over 1 year is, in my opinion at least, considered an OG in the space. And Aavegotchi is definitely one of them. So you might be thinking, what the heck is an Aavegotchi? For some of you who are familiar with the DeFi space, maybe you're familiar with the website Aave. And for others like me, if you're a 90s kid who grew up in the 90s, you might be familiar with a childhood favorite toy called the Tamagotchi. And here is the Tamagotchi right here. You can see there's a little pet, digital pet you had to take care of. And this is just an unboxing an unboxing video. And yeah, basically you had to take care of this little cute digital pet by feeding it and petting it every day, right? And for the rest of you, it probably sounds like a bunch of gibberish, but that's why I'm here today, guys. I'm here to tell you what Aavegotchi is and why I think you shouldn't miss out on this very simple but very, very deep game. So let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about what the hell is an Aavegotchi. All right, in the simplest terms, Aavegotchis are playable NFTs with DeFi. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that every character you see in the game, also known as an Aavegotchi, has some sort of cryptocurrency staked inside it. So let's go here and take a look at a few Aavegotchis. Anytime you see any of these cute little ghosts on my thumbnail and my videos, just know that each of these characters have a token that is staked inside of it. And of course, that token has some sort of value. If you're wondering how it all works, I'm gonna try my best to break it down for you in the easiest way. All of these characters are powered by Aave. And I mentioned Aave earlier. Aave is a platform that has pioneered the DeFi space, or the decentralized finance space, by allowing users to lend, borrow, and earn interest on their cryptocurrencies. So to give you a very easy to learn example, guys, we can think of Aavegotchis as piggy banks. We go back here, you can see we have many different kinds of these piggy banks. We have a Link, we have USDT Aavegotchi, a DAI, and down here we have a Uniswap, I think, Aavegotchi, right? And you can tell what kind of Aavegotchi you have by the color and the symbol that they have on their head. You can see it kind of looks like a chain link symbol here. That's the DAI symbol. And look, it has a unicorn for Uniswap. I like this one. This is one of my favorites, right? And so whatever Aavegotchi you choose, that is the kind of token you have to purchase and stake inside of that Aavegotchi for him to come into the world, so to speak. And the token you put inside the Aavegotchi, we call that the Spirit Force, but we'll talk more about that later. But just know that the token you put in there actually will garner you some sort of yield or interest over time. And if you want to know what kind of yield or APY you're going to receive for staking that token inside your Aavegotchi, you can simply go back to the Aave website and you will see it right there in this column. All right, so that being said, guys, let's head back over to the bazaar. And let's just say, for example, we were interested in this Aavegotchi because we like the stats that the Aavegotchi had, the traits. Maybe it's the eyes and the horn and the Spirit Force. We like that it is a Uniswap Aavegotchi. Then we would have to get Uniswap tokens and stake it inside this Aavegotchi. We would have to stake Uniswap here by depositing Uniswap tokens inside Aave.com. And Aave.com will then give us another token called an A token. And that A token will, in our example, will be A Uni tokens. Now, if you had say for instance, an Aavegotchi with a DAI Spirit Force, you would have to stake DAI tokens here on Aave.com, and Aave.com will send you over A DAI tokens. Just like this, we will stake inside A Uni tokens inside this Aavegotchi. Once we do that, it is ours. Congratulations, you are the owner of a digital pet NFT that is earning you yield. That is how Aavegotchis earn value over time. They earn because of the intrinsic value of the tokens you staked within the Aavegotchi, but also other characteristics such as traits and wearables that we're going to talk about now. Alright guys, so all of the characters have 3 attributes that determine their value and rarity in the game, and we already talked about the first one, which was the Spirit Force. And then there are traits and wearables. And for the traits, Aavegotchis possess multiple traits that influence their rarity and their performance in minigames, and wearables they can equip. So we're going to click over here, and this is the stats of this particular Aavegotchi. And you're going to see here the traits are energy, aggression, spookiness, brain size, eye shape, and eye color. So all of these traits on your character will have some sort of effect on many things in the game, such as rarity farming and mini games. And the game is constantly changing, so you have to always make adjustments to your Aavegotchi. So say for example, one season you really focused on the aggression of your Aavegotchi, and it turned out to be a good decision because a lot of the mini games and contests that were out that season had to do with battling and things where your Aavegotchi had to be aggressive, right? But maybe the next season is something completely different. Maybe it's about baking a cake or something. There's a baking contest where you need maybe brain size or something else. The game is constantly changing, so you always have to be constantly changing your Aavegotchi as well. One of the more interesting traits of your characters would be this dynamic one called Kinship. And it's a little different than these traits down below because it requires you to take care of your Aavegotchi daily. So for instance, you'll get kinship points if you pet your Aavegotchi daily. You can do it twice a day, or if you participate in the Aavegotchi DAO. And I think it's a good way overall to balance the game because, there's some of us, myself included, who are not lucky enough to land, NFTs that have high rarity scores or very rare. And maybe a lot of us also don't have the budget to always purchase wearables, and those wearables jack up the stats also. So I think giving an opportunity for others to earn points, kinship points, just by taking care of their Aavegotchi and participating in the community is a good way to balance out the game. And so that brings us to the wearables, guys. There are a ton of wearables in this game, and you can purchase them at the bazaar. You can win them in in-game events, or I think they're gonna do some future competitions for wearables. But yeah, everyone is always trying to get the next wearable to soup out their Aavegotchis. And like I said before, they can boost up some of your stats, but they can also decrease other stats. So you got to be very careful about which wearable you're putting on. Just like this one, the uncommon cacti, -1 spookiness, but it gives +1 brain size. So yeah, guys, there is a method and a science to putting these wearables on your Aavegotchis. I have some awesome wearables here. Gotchi mug. Space helmet. Oh, that looks cool. Gemstone. Guy Fawkes mask. That is so cool. Anyways, I can't wait to get some of these on my Aavegotchis. These are very important, guys. We talked about the 3 attributes. The Spirit Force, the traits, and the wearables. And the reason why they're so important is because of what we call rarity farming. This is the in-game mechanic so far that everyone is focused on, and it's not to be confused with the play-to-earn mechanic that will be released in the future for Aavegotchi. Although I personally feel this is kind of another play-to-earn mechanic, because the more that you choose these things, like you put, you soup up your Aavegotchi, whether it be the Spirit Force initially, and then you look for the right traits, and then you add some of these wearables. You're basically rarity farming now. You're trying to get the most rare Aavegotchi, and the reason the community is so focused on this is because there is a huge prize pool for the top rare Aavegotchis every season. And if we go here, this is the leaderboard, guys, and I kind of compare this to the Axie Infinity leaderboard. Every season they'll have the top, and I think it's 1,000 now. Yeah. 1,000 players earn some sort of AXS. Well, for Aavegotchi, you earn from a pool of ghost tokens. All right, but unlike other games such as Axie Infinity, where it's always the top, like #1, all the way to number 1000, kind of do something different in the Gotchiverse. It's not about having the most rare, most expensive, wearables all the time. It can be who is the most rare at the moment. For instance, maybe everyone is putting on, these flags on their Aavegotchis. Well, that means there's a lot of people with those flags now. It's no longer the rare Aavegotchi. These flags are no longer rare because everyone has them. So you got to kind of balance it out and see where the community is going, constantly shifting for you to be able to get, the most rare Aavegotchi that you can make. But anyways, this is the most rare Aavegotchi here, the Winklevoss, and I've seen this so many times in other videos. And I don't know, I think the price of this was 250,000. I'm not sure. I wish there was a price here. I'll have to ask, but yeah, it's very expensive, guys, very expensive. But there's so much more to this game than just petting your character and dressing him up in all of these cool wearables. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to partner up with the Aavegotchi team in the first place. I'm so excited about what the future of this game holds. They will be releasing the Gotchiverse. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like, guys. It's the Aavegotchi metaverse. You're going to be able to do so many things in the Gotchiverse. It's crazy. It's going to be part virtual world, part DeFi RPG. Let me show you the map, guys. You are going to be able to own a part of the Gotchiverse through land parcels. I think it's this one right here. This is the Gotchiverse, and this is going to open up, several game modes as well. The first one is going to be here in the Citadel, and in the Citadel, if you're able to get yourself a parcel, you'll be able to farm the land, gather resources and build upon your land however way you like. And of course, this is going to open up, more experience points for your Aavegotchi and other in-game mechanics that will, further your progression in the game. And the Citadel is a neutral zone that will be released first. Eventually, they're going to release other parts of the Gotchiverse, like, this area, the Infinity Cliffs and Laughing Peaks, etc. I think you'll also be able to get some land here as well. I'm not so sure. There's a lot more rewards out here as well, but there's also more risk. This is not a neutral zone, so you can get ganked out here, I think. Other than that, I have no idea what they have planned for everything out here, or honestly, even in the Citadel, other than what I mentioned already. But it's just exciting to see what the devs are thinking about, about the future of Aavegotchi. And it's just some exciting stuff, guys. As a matter of fact, as I was making this video, the dev team released some news in the Discord about the upcoming land sale that is going to be released very soon here. I mean, the Discord was going wild, guys. It's land sale number 1. This is where you'll be able to pick up the first parcels. I'm going to be doing a dedicated video on this alone, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, I was in the Discord and I just spent some time over there asking my newbie questions to the community, and they definitely live up to their reputation, guys. The Aavegotchi Discord and community are one of the kindest, most helpful communities out there, and they're not shy to help any newbies such as myself learn this very simple but deep game. So if you're interested in this game, I highly recommend it. Don't be shy, guys. They're the nicest people out there, and they're willing to help. So yeah, check it out. Overall, I think Aavegotchi is going to be huge, and honestly, I think they're being slept on by a big part of the NFT community. They have so much utility and so much potential in the future for this game. So that's why I'm hopping on board and I'm excited about everything. What I like most about Aavegotchi is that it really simplified DeFi for me. And if you're not familiar with DeFi or decentralized finance and you want to learn about it in a fun way, I think Aavegotchi is the perfect platform to teach you. So they make it so simple to learn, and the white paper is so easy. They mix in the technical terms with the lore, and I think it's a good way to ease people into DeFi without anything overwhelming. And I think that's a strength that Aavegotchi has compared to other games. And we talk about, these NFTs, these gotchis being slept on. I think this has the potential for, other NFT game communities to hop into, to adopt, I guess, because they're already playing those other games. They're probably getting used to it, and they might be looking for new games, and this has the potential to be that game. And I think it's only a matter of time. So yeah, guys, you can definitely expect more Aavegotchi videos and updates on my channel going forward. This is definitely a game I think everyone should take a look at. But of course, this is not financial advice, guys. Always do your own research and know your risk tolerance. We're gonna close out this video with the official Aavegotchi vibes. Let's go. As always, guys, happy farming, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.